It is so great to be back in Texas and be around normal people.
Is that what you think we are?
And I thank you for being here today. You know, they call my district here in Southeast Texas Hurricane Alley because since I've been in Congress, we've had Katrina, Rita, Humbart, Gustav, and Ike. And hurricane season, they say, is over. But I got news for folks in Washington, D.C. that there's a hurricane coming in November. The noise will be loud, the rain will be hard, because we want to wash out the bureaucrats and the oppressive government in Washington, D.C. I know today you're out here in the sun, you're hot, you've been here 2 or 3 hours. But remember, halfway around the world, there are some other people who are in the sun, they're hot, but they are there. They are volunteers, they are freedom fighters, they are the greatest military that ever existed in the history of the world. Our young men and women in Iraq and Afghanistan are the absolute best. I have been there several times, I have seen them. They love America, they are freedom fighters, and to a person, they are volunteers. And I don't think they're over there fighting for the liberty of other countries, just so back at home we lose our liberty. And today, we've got freedom fighters here, all volunteers. And we have a fight on our hands. And the fight we fight is every bit as important as our young men and women, our sons and daughters are fighting overseas. And that fight is to restore the principles that our forefathers lived and died for. We call it the United States Constitution. The Constitution. I carry one with me. You know, the first 3 words are the biggest words, the largest words, the biggest font, if you will, in the Constitution.
We the people.
And it says, we the people. It does not say, we the subjects, because we are not subject to government. We are supposed to control government, and government is supposed to be subject to us. Government is to do some things and do them good. Do them well. One thing is to support our military and our national defense. The federal government probably should deliver the mail on time. The federal government probably and should defend the sanctity of our borders, since we are defending the borders of other nations. And if those 3 things the federal government ought to do, it's doing 1 out of 3. And it's doing a lot of other things to us and not for us. And it's about time that we believe that the federal government must mean it when it says that this country is worth protecting, and that the federal government needs to put 10,000 National Guard troops on the southern border of the United States under the control of the governors of the state of Texas, California, Arizona, and New Mexico. Joe mentioned 2 Border Patrol agents that were, in my opinion, wrongfully prosecuted and sent to the penitentiary. You know, our federal government spends more time suing Americans and suing states than it does protecting the borders of our country. We also have another Border Patrol agent. He was actually the first one, in my opinion, unlawfully prosecuted by the federal government. Gary Birdman, right over here. Raise your hand, Gary. First Border Patrol agent sent to prison by our federal government for doing his job. I've got news for those people in Washington, D.C. who want to control every aspect of our life to run roughshod over the Constitution and roughshod over our liberty, don't mess with Texas. Don't tread on us. We have the right to be left alone, and the federal government needs to get out of our lives, and we need to take over our responsibility and control the federal government, because I've got news for those who want to be oppressive. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We are not going to disappear in the darkness of the night. We will not give up without a fight. Our cause is righteous. Our actions are just. We are not going anywhere. We are in this fight until we see it through, because some things are worth fighting for, and America is one of those things worth fighting for.